hope someday I'll make it out of here, even if it takes all night or 100.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be on this summer ready orange bright lip look, because it is 100 degrees in Arizona today. So I thought that why not make a bright, summery, colorful kind of look. Not really colorful, but like orangey, you know, hot kind of look, because it's hot in Arizona. But if you would like to see how we got this look, I'm going to stop rambling on and let's just go ahead and get started. Okay? Welcome back, guys. So to start off, I'm going in with my Master Prime by Maybelline in 300. Just rubbing that on my cheeks, nose, chin, and a little bit on my forehead to kind of cancel out this redness that I have in those areas, just to make sure that it's nice and smooth. And then setting my eyelids, no different here, guys. My concealer. This honestly is the best way that I like to set my eyeshadow, or like do my eyeshadow primer, just because it's easy, it's convenient, it's right there. You know, you use concealer to set for your under eyes, so might as well use it for your eyelids, and it works for me. So that is what I do. Jumping into the Dream Street palette, going to pick up this peachy shade right here once I can get it, and use this as my transition color. I kind of put it all over the lid, but then I realized that it's kind of very hard to see on my skin tone, so I start to just pack it on as much as I can. That way you can actually see it, or that I can actually see it when I look in my mirror, and it's not just, you know, a kind of like a loose, useless color, but just making sure that the transition shade is there. It is to my liking, in that everything below the transition color blends nice and well, and we have a good eye look today. So just making sure, just packing on that color really. Jumping in to take me back to Brazil, I'm going in with the yellow shade right here, and just going to blend that in to the crease. I just start to take this shade from outer corner to inner corner, again building up. I find with the BH Cosmetics palettes on me, or at least on this palette, that I have to build up the color that I want to get it more intensified, which is totally okay with me. You know, you can start off by working it up rather than putting on too much and trying to make it work. So really just take your time and making sure that you go from outer corner to inner corner. It's not patchy. There isn't any streaks or mishaps during your eyeshadow look. So just really take your time, making sure it's nice and blended and even. Jumping into this orange shade here, and I'm going to also blend this into the crease. And this orange shade absolutely blended like a dream. A dream. And I just really love this color. I'm glad I picked it to go into the crease, because I'm going for a more hot, fiery summer look today, because it is hot in Arizona. So just taking it from outer corner to inner corner, blending it out on a more precise Morphe brush, just a little bit lower than the yellow color that we applied. Going into the Morphe 3502 palette, picking up another orange shade here. It's more of a burnt orange with a little bit of brown undertone in it, just to make it a little bit darker. And I'm going to also blend this into the crease with a even more precise blending brush. This one's a little bit tapered at the end, so you can get a very direct color application. So just going into the crease, going a little bit lower than the orange shade that we applied, just intensifying the orange, making sure that it is actually there, and deepening up a little bit more, and again blending it out blending it out, because it is a lot of eyeshadows that we are going to deal with today. Taking the orange shade again from the BH Cosmetics palette and just going a little bit above the shade from the Morphe palette and just intensifying the orange more because it's supposed to be a hot summer look. So we want to definitely make sure that we get our orange in there and it's not somewhere lost in translation. But I just take this on a little bit more fluffy brush and go above the burnt orange shade we applied down below. That way you can definitely see it is more intensified now. Then going into this orange shade here, a little bit lighter, and I'm going to apply that with my finger all over the lid. Now I did try a brush on the other eye, but I just didn't think that it turned out really well. So I applied it with my finger and it turned out better than the brush in my opinion, just because the brush and maybe it was just the brush that I used, but it just wasn't working for me and for what I wanted. So I just used my finger, which is totally okay, to get the deep orange look that I'm going for today. And the brows and lashes are on, so we can move on to the face. With the foundation, obviously the Milani one, going in with my trusty Y6 brush. I cannot say this enough, guys. If you don't have the Morphe Y6 brush in your collection, you really need to get it. I suggest going to your local Morphe store if you have one. If not, go online, Google Morphe.com or MorpheBrushes.com. Get yourself this Y6 brush and your foundation game will change for life. For life. It is such a great brush. It doesn't crease or streak on me. It gets nice and even skin tone and applies the foundation really well. For concealer, nothing but the Tarte Shape Tape, trusty old goodie. I know I need another concealer, but I just can't get away from this one because it's so good. But in the near future, I hope that I will try more, hopefully go out of my comfort zone when it comes to concealers. To set the concealer, I'm going in with the Ulta Banana Powder and just pouncing the powder in underneath my eyes, my chin, and my forehead, everywhere that I applied concealer. And I really have been loving banana powder or banana shade powder underneath the eyes. It just brightens it up a little bit more and just makes you look more awake and more alive. And powder, none other than the CoverGirl Loose Setting Powder on my Morphe E6 brush, making sure that my foundation stays put throughout the day and doesn't just melt off and move and do stuff that it's not supposed to do. For bronzer, I do go in with my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer because it smells so good. And I just blend it, Anissa, put that on my forehead, temples, and cheekbone area to add some color to my skin to make my face a little bit more lively and have more dimension. That way it's not just all foundation and no color. For highlight, I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty, and I'm going to take the shade Moneymaker, I believe it is, and I love Fenty Beauty's highlighters. Oh my gosh, they are a dream. They feel like butter on your skin. Butter, people, butter. Rihanna, keep doing your thing, girl. Keep doing your thing, because it is just fan-freaking-tastic. And I have been applying my highlighter with this Morphe brush. I believe this is an E4, but I'm not 100% sure. But it is a great highlighter brush for the tip of my nose. Made me look like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You dig? Going back into the Take Me to Brazil palette, taking a more precise Morphe brush and just running a little bit of yellow underneath the eye line. So that way when we add the orange, which is next, it doesn't get all gunky and just look. I'm just running this shade on the same brush that I used to apply the yellow and just going from outer corner to inner corner. The yellow shade before just really helped kind of soften the orange and it wasn't too harsh. For the Jaclyn Hill palette, I'm going to pick up this shade here, which I believe is called Enlighten, and I'm going to enlighten my inner corners with this shade. It is the best shade for inner corner highlight, and it just made this look pop. For eyeliner, I'm going in with the Morphe Gold Liner, and just running that into my waterline, and not going in with black this time because I wanted to make my eyes look a little bit more wider and a little bit more awake. For lips, I'm going in with the Morphe Liquid Lip, and oh my god, this liquid lip shade is everything. Morphe's liquid lips don't transfer, don't make my lips all chappy and crumbly, and this is in the shade Hot Shot, and it's absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous summer shade or a date night shade or any kind of day shade. Setting it with the Too Faced Hangover 2-in-1 setting spray and making sure it lasts forever.
I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. That is it for today's look. I will see you guys next time, but don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and also hit that little bell notification right next to it because YouTube will let you know when I upload. That way you'll never miss a video of mine. And give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next